It connects the climate to the biology. The study mentions the warm and moist mid-Holocene climatic optimum. This sounds nice, but for the people of the time, it was a period of rapid change. The sea level rise wasn't just the Bosphorus breaking. It was a global phenomenon. The ice caps were melting everywhere, but the Black Sea was unique because it was a trap. It held out as a lake for as long as it could, and then it failed catastrophically. This failure is what makes the DNA record so clear. In the ocean, things mix up. Currents wash the DNA away. In the Black Sea, it sits there, layer upon layer. A perfect book. The researchers found that after the marine reconnection, the salinity increased. But catch this, it wasn't a straight line, it fluctuated. There were times when the sea got fresher again. The cool and wet sub-Atlantic climate around 2,500 years ago caused a refreshening. This means the balance between the river inputs, Danube, Dnieper, and the salty Mediterranean input is always fighting. The plankton tells us who is winning the fight, and right now, salt is winning. But the wildest theory of all, some people think the Black Sea flood explains the Atlantis myth. Plato wrote about a civilization that was swallowed by the sea in a single day and night of misfortune. Usually people look for Atlantis in the Atlantic Ocean or the Mediterranean, but the Black Sea fits the description of the event perfectly. A high civilization, Neolithic farmers. A catastrophic flood, a disappearance overnight. Could the memory of the Black Sea deluge have traveled to Egypt, where Plato's ancestor heard it? It is a stretch, but the DNA proves the mechanism is real. A land swallowed by water? It happened here, and the population was lost. No historian recorded them because they vanished before history began. The DNA is the only record left. We have talked about the past. We have talked about the massive flood 9,000 years ago that swallowed a civilization whole. But the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution study had one more sting in the tail. A sting that should make everyone nervous. The most drastic changes in the plankton DNA didn't happen in the Stone Age. They happened over the last century. Basically, humans are doing to the Black Sea right now what nature did 7,000 years ago. But we are doing it much, much faster. We are dumping fertilizer by the ton. We are damming the rivers that feed the sea. We are changing the flow of fresh water. The DNA analysis shows a massive, terrifying spike in certain species of fungus and bacteria that love pollution. This is a warning, a loud one. The Black Sea is a fragile system. It is a freak of nature. It relies on a delicate, razor-thin balance of heavy salt water on the bottom and light fresh water on the top. If we mess that up, the anoxic layer, the dead zone, could rise. And here is where the wild theories start to get terrifying. Right now, the dead zone is deep. It is locked away in the abyss. But scientists are whispering about a limnic eruption. You might have heard of this happening in lakes in Africa. It is when a body of water burps. It releases a massive bubble of gas that has been trapped at the bottom. In the Black Sea, that gas is hydrogen sulfide. Some theorists believe that if the balance shifts too fast, if we poison the top layer and the bottom layer expands, the Black Sea could turn into a shaken soda bottle. It sounds like science fiction, but the chemical ingredients are already there, waiting. So do you think the Black Sea flood is the real origin of the Noah's Ark story? Or is it just a coincidence? And what if we find human DNA down there next? Let me know in the comments. If you learned something new, smash that like button and subscribe.